Good evening. My name is Kelly and I'm your host. And welcome to the Super Learners. Today I'll be interviewing Miss Dominique Hart. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good.
So you're the CEO and founder of your own company called the Dynamic Endeavors, right?
Yes.
So what makes it so dynamic?
What makes it so dynamic is because my company is based in strategy. And so a lot of times in the small business world and entrepreneurs, they get frustrated because they're thinking of, what to do over here on this side and where to focus on next. And for me, my company is grounded in strategy. So that's what really sets my company apart from a lot of people who talk about visual branding and social media. I really help to navigate my customers through a process that is very, very unique to my company, called the dynamic point, and also using a dynamic formula. And so all of that is just based in strategy, which I think is the key to success in business.
So I read that you went to the Temple University?
Yes.
For arts and business, right?
Yes.
So did you have any other colleges in mind besides Temple University?
So one, I went to Temple for advertising. And so, which I really, really did love. And it's so interesting that you asked me that because I initially went to Virginia State University for my freshman year, and which is, of course, in Virginia, right? But I'm a New York native. And so for going down there, that was a complete culture shock for me because in New York, we're hustling, we're bustling, we're on the go, we're on trains, we're walking fast, honking people out of the way. And in Virginia, it's very slow paced and everyone's just calm and easy. And I'm just like,
so it was different.
It was a lot. And so one of my passions has always been visual communications and graphic design and advertising. And Virginia State actually did not have that as a program. And so for me, I said, if I'm going to be paying all this money, I might as well go to the school I really want to go to. And I chose Temple University. That was actually my first choice. And I never got in the first time. And I tried again and I got in.
So do you think if you would have stayed at Virginia State, would you have been the person you are today?
Absolutely, because for first and foremost, to be so young and to have my own company is very uncommon just amongst my circle or amongst my age group. A lot of times millennials, we go into business, but we don't stay in business. And a lot of my colleagues, they have dropped out of business. And so for me, it's a very special thing to me to be an entrepreneur and a business owner. And so I don't think, no matter where I would have been or what I would have ended up, I feel like I would have done this exact thing.
Would you have, when you was a little kid, would you have saw yourself as an entrepreneur?
I have always seen myself as an entrepreneur. So much to the fact that I even planned it out. I said, okay, I'm gonna go into advertising and I'm gonna have, I'm gonna, what did I say? I'm gonna go to one of the top advertising industries and I'm going to win all these awards and then I'm going to start my company because then I'll have all these accolades. And so just as with me graduating, I said to myself that, you know what, the time is now. A lot of people were asking me questions on how to do certain things, how to move forward in their business, how to market themselves on social media. And I said, well, I already know how to do these things. And there are people asking me these things. And so entrepreneurship came sooner into my life than expected.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Would you help the students to follow into your footsteps as having trouble being an entrepreneur right now?
You said, would I help?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely. I get called quite frequently to people who are in high school, middle school, to come and talk to them, open their eyes to entrepreneurship. Just a few weeks ago, actually, I was talking with students who are part of the National Urban League, the New York Urban League chapter, regarding, they were doing school tours, for different colleges, and I was there speaking with them, and that was a really great experience because it allowed me to open their eyes up to more than what they knew, or more than what they thought they knew, and just to embrace college in a new and different light. And so a lot of them were in middle school, a lot of them were in high school, especially high school, because they were really interested, especially in my school, they were going to go visit Temple, which I was really excited about. So absolutely, and it is a passion of mine because I also know what it's like to want to do something and not know how. So for someone like me to come back and say, hey, you can do it, here's how, or, you know, start exploring more about yourself, things of that nature. I absolutely love it. I love what I do.
What were some of the tips that you gave them to like not give up, like keep going for your dreams and what you want to be, and don't stop until you get there?
Yeah, so a lot of things that I say is, I say a lot of things, but it is a lot of what you just said, to not give up and don't give in and things of that nature. And I mainly say that because of everyone's unique talent and ability. And if you don't stick that out, if you don't see that through, you'll never be able to learn what's for you. So you know how you're in class and you're learning different techniques or skills or different types of education or history, all those kind of things. If you don't take that education and apply it to you and according to what your talents and what your gifts are, you'll never be able to fully develop that within yourself. And so that's one of the biggest reasons why I push a lot of youth so much, and also because of the fact that you don't ever want to waste your talent because you were blessed with that. I'm a big believer in God, and I know that for a fact that you have gifts within you that you need to explore and to put out there in the world, because we're given gifts so that we can actually enhance the lives of everyone around us. And so if you don't do that, and if you just follow the train and you never navigate within your own self, you never get to find out what is meant for you and your dedication and your talent.
Who encouraged you to be what you are now?
Oh boy, who hasn't? Who hasn't? One, I would definitely say, first and foremost, I would definitely say my mother, because of the fact that I saw what she had to go through raising me and pulling out all the stops to raise me despite our situations. And so for me, I think that was the foundation of it all. I said, I don't want to have the life my mother had, not in a bad way, but in a way where I can make my mom and my family and the generations before me proud, right? To say, okay, all the work we did it didn't go in vain, or, you know, at least there's somebody who got it. You know, I wanted to be that someone who got it. And so, especially as I was going on from achievement to achievement, I felt the reward of that. And so it felt good. You know, it felt good to be the first one to go to college between my mother and my father. It felt good to, you know, study abroad in Japan in college. It felt good to, in a weird way, get denied from Temple University, but then get in again, because that gave me an extra strength that I didn't know that I had. You know, once again, keep on going for it and, you know, following things through. You never know what gifts may lie within you, right? Well, that kind of rhymed. That was kind of good. But so that for me was the foundation of everything that I do and that I have done. And so, and then also just in a general sense, everyone has really taught me a lot of lessons that I learned today and that I use in my life, because even in bad moments I learn, and even in good moments I learn. And so, you know, as we all know, people are not perfect, and people in their bad moments, there's lessons there, and those lessons have taught me greatly, as much as the good.
Well, thank you, Dominique, for coming out today. And I'm your host, Kelly, and thank you for joining the Super Learners, and I'll see you again. Bye.